So, Ashley, as we start thinking about this, and we're talking, of course, to our audience, and we start thinking about how do we build out anything? We're going to be teaching them this because, of course, as you see, AshRand is all about careers, business, and life. Now, in business, because we adjust, right? I mean, we go, hey, I'm doing this for a career, I'm doing this for my business, but it everything affects my life, or
Mm,
vice versa, right? So this is what I had come up with. I says, let's start building this out in a way that we start getting it out there first and testing. So y'all get a chance to see in to how we start something like this, just to get it out there, mess it around, see if it'll work, right? We are all about, and we have been doing this individually in our own businesses and in the work that we do, helping people. That's our whole main thing. We have seen the fluctuations of a person's career. And we
mm,
don't want you out there going down because you lose your job, right?
mm,
We write resumes and all that kind of stuff. Ashley has her business, I have a business, and we
mm.
just wanted to come together and create this thing. So, Ash, can you see what we're doing here? What I'm getting ready to create? Does it look kind of familiar?
It looks very familiar.
Yeah. So what I'm doing, everybody, is I'm just kind of putting together some of the elements of I'm going to be making a GIF out of this, right? So now this is kind of getting a little technical. So all I'm doing right now, is just kind of trying to match up this. Let's make it the right size, actually. Fit. So I'm just trying to match up right now this logo to something I'm gonna put in as a small video. Right now, this is a little bit behind the scenes stuff, but this is the business part, right? So all I did was cover it up here, and then I'm gonna send it to the back. Again, we will teach you this stuff. If you're inside our membership, what we do here at AshRand, then you get a chance to see some of this stuff. Now, that may be on the business side, but then on the career side, we dive deep. So you get a chance to see how we do this to help you go out there and earn the money that you want to earn, live the life that you want to live. Okay, so I'm just doing this. And Ashley and I, what we've already done, we've had a meeting before the meeting that y'all seeing, and we've talked about the things that we believe would be best that we approach this from. And I'll show you this in a minute. So you see now, I just kind of put all this together so that it matches up. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put together all that we are going to now eventually put on some pages and stuff like that. And you'll be seeing that pretty soon.
Mhm.
So as you notice here, let's see if I got it right. Yep, yep. So this is the kind of thing that happens afterwards. So it'll be a little video. Watch this. It'll have a resume. It'll have what we're talking about. Your career deserves an exceptional resume because that's going to be, I think, the first thing to market,
Mhm.
right?
Yes.
Because right, Ash, tell them right now, resumes and the desire for them has changed because jobs have changed. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, as y'all all probably know, there's been a lot of different economical shifts. And so with that, the job market is in an interesting place. So with that being said, you want to be prepared, right? And that's kind of what AshRand Career Solutions. We want to make sure that you have the tools at your fingertips to succeed. And one of those tools will be to have an exceptional resume. Um, and right now, we want to make sure that it is geared towards the systems because a
Mhm.
lot of employers have leaned on systems to review your resume. There's no longer any person reading them anymore,
Yeah, yeah.
right? So
AI is doing
that's
it
what we
for
got
you.
to do. AI is doing it for you for them, and so we want to make sure we have your resume prepared for that. So this is kind of that start. This is that leading point. We want to make sure that you guys are fully prepared and ready to just change your life, right?
That's
So
good.
doing something you love.
That's good. And again, when we start talking about career business life, and we chose that perspective again because life ain't life is life and like crazy.
Struggle.
And literally before we got on, Ashley and I were talking about that freedom number. Y'all know, y'all have heard of that term before, right? That freedom number. What is the FU money number? Whatever you want to call it. That you get to look at your employer and they start tripping and you go, say what? Oh, I'm out. We want to be able to show you that part in the business section of what we're doing. All right. So now this is a little bit behind the scenes stuff. Inside of our actual membership, we show, every single time we get together, with our members. We're showing how to do little things like this because they may or may not know, but they may need to do enough if they hire somebody to show them what they want. So we show them how to quickly do stuff like this. Okay. So next thing we're going to do, everybody, is we're just, if you notice here, I just got this part right here, and then I got who it is all about. I'm not going to put WWWs and all that kind of stuff here because that just doesn't make sense. And then I just wanted to make a little video that's we're going to turn into a GIF, and hopefully we get a chance to do that. I can tell you this editing program is a hog for resources. So once I hit, anything can happen. Once I hit, go ahead and make it for me. We could go off, and if we do, I will try to get back on. But anyway, so you see the beginnings of us with the business itself, and then how are we going to go out there and help you. So, Ash, let's talk a little bit about what we have decided to land on because we have been working on this. We kind of mussing around with this for, about 12 months or so, kicking
Yep.
the can down the road. Economics weren't as bad, situation wasn't as bad, people weren't losing jobs in droves. So give our listeners a little bit of understanding of the genesis of this and then what has finally, because Ash has been like saying, Randy, time is now, time is now, time is now. I says, you're absolutely right.
And so just to kind of talk a little bit about the genesis of this, obviously we wanted to provide something that would be um, some advice and some tools to be able to help you guys figure out how to best thrive in what you're doing. And we know that when it comes down to career and business, right? You always have that life piece. We all know that 50% of your time is spent where, right? If you're in a career, it's 50% in your career. Then that other 50% is at home. So we understand the challenges that comes with that. So we wanted to be able to provide you all with some strategies to be able to thrive, whether you are fulfilling your career or stepping into a new career, or you're starting a new business and stepping into that business area and becoming an entrepreneur, right? Because that is a whole other beast, right? So we want to be able to give you guys something to be able to lean on and say, hey, I'm having a hard time with X, Y, and Z. I want some assistance and some help. And all honestly, another part of that genesis too is we understand how difficult it is to have a mentor. Let's be honest, a mentor and a sponsor, right? Someone that you can kind of lean on and get some things from because everyone's busy, right? Life is lifing.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so with AshRand Solutions, we're able to not only give you those strategies, we're able to kind of give you that advice to be able to thrive in whatever space that you're in. And we all know that career, business, and life, they all go hand in hand. So that was kind of the genesis and what we, again, to lean on to talk towards where we landed is really just providing this membership to you guys. So if you was to join AshRand Solutions, we can give you all of these strategies and tips and tools that we have learned throughout the years of throughout our career journeys and our entrepreneurship journeys and in
Hmm.
our life, right? So we want to make sure that we can play that friend for you, right? To be able to help you catapult your careers or catapult your business, right? And thrive in life, because we all know that's the core of what's going on with your day to day. So we landed on having a membership so you guys can have those different tools. So that's kind of where we're at, and that's the genesis of it.
And we're building it out. As y'all notice, we're building this thing out because, like I say, we had kind of gone back and forth. We had kind of thought, well, should we have this? Should we have this? Should we have this? And then life got busy for us. Life started lifing for us. And this coming back, this is just giving you, you got a little bit of sales pitch, okay. But it's also saying this is our why.
Mhm.
It really is important. We've got years of experience, and I've got a lot of years of doing stuff, working with all kinds of different populations and doing resumes and doing entrepreneurship stuff. Now we'll, put our bios and all that kind of stuff, but we don't like to talk about us. We like to talk about you. So if you're seeing this, for example, on, a commercial or something like that, you may not be able to respond. But if you're seeing it on YouTube, in the comment section, let us know what areas you need help with. You may say, dude, you know, I'm still alive, obviously. So just this one. Or you may say, I'm not going back to a job ever. Let us know in the comment section if you're seeing this on YouTube or something like that, where you specifically need help. And we will, do the work. Now, we're also going to give you some links and stuff to go to check out AshRand, our actual site. We were in the middle of rebranding it and rebuilding it to have a different kind of emphasis because we know people are in trouble right now. People are in trouble right now like crazy. Let me put my mic a little closer. So people are in trouble like crazy right now because some of these layoffs came fast.
Mm-hmm.
Some of these layoffs came furiously, right? And I'm apolitical, so I don't have an opinion on how it came. But the point is, you may be out there 40, 50, 60 years old, and you're not ready to retire. You haven't built a platform or a foundation of business. So you may have to go out there and do the humpity hump, right?
Mm.
So that's where we'll get your resume straight and not just use it, not just the resume, because with that, you get other types of advice, right? And we're going to combine these years. I'm not even going to tell y'all what the years look like because I don't want to age Ashley. I'm just saying. But, but that's like a combined years and hundreds of resumes done, hundreds of, business plans made. We're talking hundreds of this stuff. We've done all the work. We're going to invite you in. So hopefully you can get out there and win. I'm not even going to say hopefully. I'm going to say
When?
so that you can get out there and win. We'll show you some of that stuff upcoming. All right. Y'all ready to jump in? If you're interested in this, follow the links. They'll be somewhere, just look for them and jump into what we're doing to help you get to that life that you want. That's it.
We doing?
So here's one of the things, y'all. We were Ashley and I are talking about that freedom number. Now I got a big, a freedom number, right? Let's say, mine is 1.2 million, right? I says, you know what? I'm a great saver. I live pretty, not a high on the hog kind of life. Blah 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 blah. I can make that work. So we're gonna do some math. So what we did was and right now, if you notice on screen, I just got some stuff up because we're going to be creating the business behind trying to get to that number or getting to that number. So mine is 1.2. So we had came to that. I'd like to take a month off every year. So now I got all this other time. So that comes to like 1,920 hours. Now, are you going to work all that time? If it was a 40-hour job, you would.
Yeah.
So we got 1.2 million, and we're going to divide that in this case by the hours available to make that work. That's the key, right? So we come to 1920 because here's the math. 2,080 hours, which if you're working a job is 52 weeks times 40 hours a week. That's just the math, right? Now we know you get Christmas off, you get like Turkey Day off, depending on where you are. So we just come up with this 1920 because we says, I want to take a month. That's 40 hours times 4 weeks. Y'all got it? 160 hours. All right. So 1920 divided by this number here. So I'm going to divide that by 1920. This right here, $625 an hour
Mm-hmm.
is now if you're again, this is the career, the business side. If you're now out there doing some consulting or something like that, you should be charging $625 an hour.
Mm-hmm.
That's your number.
Mm-hmm.
Now the freedom number is your 1.2 or 600,000 or 500,000 or 3 million, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
Now the job and how Ashley and I are going to help you, whether it's career, because sometimes we got to get you on a job so that you can get some down payment money for the
Absolutely.
business.
Capital. You got to build some capital.
That's it. Otherwise, you're going to be, over at the bank and they're going to be like, what kind of business? Anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So we like to look at it from this perspective. Make money from your clients. Let that be your down payment money. Now, there's a lot of ways. Again, we can't give it all to you here. We'd like to give you a lot, as you notice we're doing, giving you a lot. But if we can give you enough that you go, okay, I get it. I get it. I see what they're doing there. All right. Then that's it. $625 an hour. All
Mm-hmm.
right. So whatever yours is, Ashley has hers. whatever yours is. Now, what we did is says, let's collaborate because I can do this, but I'm gonna be super busy.
Hmm.
I got my virtual assistant, she's got her virtual assistant. So we say, can we combine something just to kind of put it out there so we can help people in a different way? Because people are individual, right? They say, well, I can do this thing myself. Or you can collaborate, get your who, right? Y'all remember that from the book? If you have seen some of our other videos, we talk about the who, not how book.
Hmm.
The who, not how. We get a who. Who does this? Well, I'm into tech, I'm into all this stuff, I'm into AI, blah, 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 blah. So we try to make this as fast as possible. I could be Ashley's who sometimes, she's my who sometimes.
Hmm.
Y'all get it? So we're gonna be going and doing this like you get a chance to see us creating this thing. This is the great part, Ash. People don't oftentimes see how you did it.
Right.
And we're not trying to, keep all of the goodies, but we want you capable. So we show you just like this. So right now, what I'm doing, everybody, is I'm in one of my learning management systems, and I'm going to create a tag. So I go from the back to the front. Most people do it the other way, and they get to the get to the back, and they're tired, and they're like, I don't have time to create tags. So this right here would indicate a tag would indicate when somebody comes in and does an action. I have a tag that says they just bought something from AshRand Career Solutions, and this is what they bought or whatever it is. So I'm going to name the tag. I'm going to say AshRand. Um, and what do you want to call this, Ash? Like a download or AshRand membership course? Let's maybe a download.
A
Maybe we
download
give
sound.
them something.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we giving them a checklist. Okay.
Hmm.
All right. So we'll call it AshRand checklist. That'll be the tag. So now we save this so that when we run our email stuff, it automatically tags them, y'all. All right. And that part's done. Now what we're gonna do is now that we have a tag created, then I can do all kind of other stuff with that, right? But you'll see that when I start building out. And we're kind of, I say kind of, I know what we're doing, but I just like to let you know it's not easy, but it is simple.
Yeah.
And that's what we're showing you, giving you a little bit of all of that stuff. Because you might want to build this, or you may go, dude, just find me a job and we'll help you with that too, right? All right, so I'm going to go into sales funnel. I'm going to create our sales funnel. First, I want to make sure we don't have one already because I may have one already. I think I did. Let's see if I have it ready. I do not. Man, I could swear we had something already. This is sometimes when you build so many of these things, y'all, and I got a lot of them here. Is you forget them. So let's go over to I want to go over to maybe I had it under blogs because I may have been wanting to create something here. So AshRand. Nope. All right. So we're going to be creating this thing from Scratchola. And I love Scratchola. You
Hmm.
see, I got like all kind of funnels, right? So let's go ahead and create this. I'm going to call this one AshRand. Now, why we like to do things in a very specific way, everybody, is because we may have, and I say specific way, we want to do things, build landing pages, sales pages. Why?
Hmm.
Because it'll take us forever to build a website.
Yeah.
So we try not to. And that's what we teach you when you're inside of our actual membership. This is what we teach you. It's like, hey, let's create you a resume website. And you go, what? Wait, what? Yeah. Imagine pointing people to your stuff.
Hmm.
And we're going to
Simple
show you
link.
that. Yeah. We're going to show you that. Now, we know that you're out there looking for a job and you may not have a lot of disposable money, but you're going to want to be in the membership because, well, we want to get you the money. I get it. So then I think AshRand might be in here already. There it is. Look at that. I already have the domain in there. That's why I thought I built something already. But anyway,
Hmm.
so I got that already in there. And then what we're going to be doing in this particular case is we're going to be selling something, but sometimes if we're doing just an audience, now this is a little bit of like, bro, these are the weeds. Why are you getting me in these? Because we're teachers.
Hmm.
I teach this stuff. We teach this stuff, within AshRand as well. So I want to show you enough that you kind of go, okay, bro, I get it. Still, I want you to do it, but I get it. All right, so we're going to do this, right? We're going to create a selling situation, right? And we'll show you this stuff too. We'll show you some of the stuff tools that we use to build this stuff out. So now I got, okay, a sales page. So we're going to do this and create the sales page. I'm going to change a couple things around. First things first, I want to add a page. So I'm going to go ahead and create that. Um, AshRand, what do we want to call that, Ashley? We want to call this first page AshRand
Mm.
first page. No, that's boring.
Yeah, that is boring.
What do we, what should we, intro page? No, intro,
Intro
AshRand's, um, hello page.
is in there.
Let's call it something. Okay, no big deal. Call it a hello page because we want to say hello to you. Yeah, we're going to not do it from scratch. I'm going to choose a template because I would rather, start with something already. So then I call it um the opt-in page or something like that. You see what we're doing here, everybody. We're just building it. We'll call it at first a squeeze page, and then I'll change the name. No, sales page. That's what I want. This. Right. Right. Y'all with me? So all I'm doing right now, we call it I called it pagey. I should probably change that. Pagey. I'm not French. Anyway, I'll change that a little bit later. So we got an order form, we got a thank you page. Now, for right now, we only need, you see what I'm doing? I'm just moving it around a little bit. And we'll again, if you see this and you go, man, I just like these guys when they're building stuff.
Mhm.
I just want to know what you use to build with, and I'll show you. I'll give it to you. All right, not give it to you, but we're affiliates for this stuff.
All right.
All right, so we'll
Yeah.
we'll sell it to you.
Yeah.
And we'll show you how to do it. That's what the whole membership is about. We show you how to do that too. Okay, so let's go into it. Let's figure out. You see, we got an order form. So when they actually make an order, right? But they're going to come to this page first, and then we're going to put some of the things that we've been creating in the background. I think we've released that video to y'all. I'm not sure, but anyway. So Ash, we just go through some of these. Check out some templates that we like.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, we had that one page that we were looking at as an example, and we dug away that it was kind of simple, but the thing just prints money, right?
Yeah.
And he had image on one side, words on the other. And I think what he was doing is using the words as SEO. Now you look at that and you be like, dang, this thing looks old. It's like, it was that early 2000s, but it just works.
Yeah.
So if we look at something like this and we go, what would give us a chance to put an image on one side and then so we can look at something like that. I can maybe have AshRand up here, some words. This could work. Let's pick this one. All right. Let's select that. Now we'll change our colors and all that kind of stuff, y'all. So, but I wanted us to show you enough of how we're building these things out literally with you in mind. That's it, with you and helping you in mind. So let's go ahead and edit the page. You see right now, I'm just going to leave the numbers here. We will eventually put something else right there. AshRand hello page. Oops, I could probably change it now. Hello page or something like that. All right, so let's go ahead and do that right now, actually. Okay, that'll be our link. All right, let's go ahead and edit this page. And then we want to just show you, we're going to just put a couple things up there just to give you an idea of what we're going to do. So, okay, that's kind of big, but well, we're not going to mess with it. I liked the idea of what we saw, AshRand. Remember that? It
Yes, I
was
like
so
that too.
cool, right? So we're gonna
Yeah.
do a little something here. Um, and it was it different colors too. I can't remember.
I think
Um,
it was just kind of like he had like two like basic colors. Like it
yes.
wasn't a lot of colors
Let
there.
me see
It was pretty simple.
again. If my computer slows down, it's because I got old hard drives and they're about full. They're like struggling. They were like, "No, guy, all right, stop this." Anyway. You see what we like to do. We like to have fun too,
Oh
right?
yeah.
So yeah, it was blue color. It was a blue color. No, all black, but a blue dot. That's what it
Oh,
was.
okay. So that's what I was like. I remember it not being a lot of colors. It was just
All right, so
very
let's go
kind of
ahead and
simple
do
there.
that. We're gonna use their stuff. That's why sometimes I like see it was lowercase actually. Ash Rand. Now, if you notice here, y'all, I'm looking at something else um, that was a good example for us. And then there was a blue dot. So they had a dot. No, it was actually a greenish dot. But what we'll do is then we will bring in, let's do this. Just change some stuff here. Not, I don't want desktop only. I want that changed. So we're going to go down here and I want this mobile for mobile too. All right. So we're going to change this picture right here, everybody. Again, we're trying to teach you some stuff too. You see
Yeah.
it, how we're build it, how we're going to build for you. You see the genesis of a business. So this is again when we're saying what area would you like work in? You said, well, I want a career. Okay, great. What if we can put something like you're familiar now with knowing how to put landing pages together, knowing how to build, tiny sites for people together.
And that's a whole nother business there,
This is
you
what you
know?
get
Mhm.
inside of the membership. Now, we keep saying that because, well, it matters. We want you inside, right? We appreciate you. We want you in there. All right, so we're going to change this image out and we're going to put in that image that I think I downloaded. I'm going to have to come off screen share for a minute, y'all, so that I can, um, so I don't have anybody's information showing or anything like that. All right,
Mhm.
so I'm going to continue to record Ash, but I need to come off screen share.
Okay.
Second here. There we go. I'm gonna stop share. I'm
Mhm.
gonna do some work on it then. So Ash, go ahead and talk to folks, man, about um what you're, I don't know, anything you want to riff on.
Yeah.
What's got you all fired up? What's got you angry about what you're seeing? I think we talked about a basketball team that the kids didn't know what to do. Maybe that. Don't say who it is, we don't
No.
want to put nobody on blast.
No, it angers me that right now when it's specifically in a space of workforce development, their main tactic to build that workforce challenge that we're seeing right now, where as a whole no one wants to work, is that, oh, we want to start from gray to gray, right? We want to make sure we're getting into the youth. We want to introduce them. And so that kind of grinds my gears a little bit because yes, the youth definitely needs to have that assistance to understand where they're headed, but raise your hand if you doing exactly what you thought you were going to do when you were 15, right? So it's all about career awareness at this point, and that's something that we kind of why is our why, right? We want to make sure that that awareness is there, that you guys have that options, which is why Randy is kind of showing you different tactics and different steps to kind of complete some of those tasks, because again, we do want to fish for you, but we also want to teach you how to fish, right, so that you can eat forever. And so with that, that grinds my gears a little bit, because just putting out that awareness and those options is just so important, especially for the youth. And when I was working with some of the basketball team and building some of their resumes, they had no idea, right? And it's like
That's
that was
sad.
missing. Having that career awareness is just so important, because I know sometimes when it comes to the youth, you listening to your guardians, your parents, like, this is what I should be doing, this is where I should go. But
Yeah.
that plays a huge factor as to what you want to get into and how you start your journey and where you want to go. And so that kind of limits you a little bit. So just it was kind of like daunting to see. And that's why we're here to provide those tools so that you can kind of have that jump start and honestly know what journey that resonates with you, and that's going to wake you up every day, right, and not someone else's journey that they thought was best for you. So
Ooh,
with
that's
that,
good.
yeah,
That's
that's
good.
that's kind of where I'm at. So that's why it's so important for us to have our support and have our arms around the youth, to bring them to that they have those options, right? Bring that awareness to them and have those options so they can have a clearer future as to what they truly want to do.
Yeah. The youth. Gosh, when we say stuff like that, it'd be like, how old are you two? But that's, Ashley's younger than me, but it's like the youth, you, right? And we want capable people, right? We want you capable. So that's why we show you this capable. Can I build something? Can I go out there and, conjure up some stuff for myself? Even if once again, if it's you or somebody sponsoring you, somebody's paying for you to understand and learn from, AshRand Career Solutions and stuff like that. then at the same time, can you take from what we just showed you? This is what I do in my personal business is I show you right away, whether you're a student or not, college student, after college, whatever it is, how you monetize your life. Right. And
Absolutely.
you notice in the background, I got, my YouTube channel up. I got the header for that. And that's what it's about. Let me show you let me show you some monetization strategies.
Hmm.
Right. And you're like, what's a monetization strategy? Well, I'm getting ready to show you that part, right? Those become the things that you go, oh my gosh, I have a skill now. Plain and simple. I have a skill now. All right, that's not looking like I wanted to look, but let's see what I can do with it. And if you can say now I have a skill, then that'll take you a lot further than, maybe something else. All right, so I'm probably gonna have to upload that to a video a different way. So what's going on with the video? Um, all right, I think I know what to do. So, all right, I think I can show y'all now. All right, let's go back on share screen because we're putting it together this way. All right. Now y'all might be over there going, bro, get me to the end result. Okay, fine. 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 We understand. I don't want all that stuff. All right.
Uh,
Is this screen showing, Ashley?
yes, it's showing.
Okay,
And
so
we're
look at
getting
this.
ready to land a page. We're gonna land the plane, guys.
There it is. All right. So, and we do this for ourselves too. Listen, this is what, when you collaborate with somebody, you lose track. It's
Mhm.
because sometimes, you're theorizing and all this kind of stuff, and then something comes up and you miss a couple of meetings and then it's gone. So take time when you're collaborating to do the work right there. Does that make sense, everybody? So we want to make sure that you're doing the work right there. That'll help you a lot. So if you notice, we're doing the work right here. I got the video in, but it's just too small. I'll have to like adjust it and come up with some stuff. I'll probably end up putting it in a different format. I had to literally load the whole file itself just to kind of, mess with it. Let me put in controls. No, I don't want autoplay. I do want controls. Let's put the controls on. All right, so then it'll have a video for you. So you can like play the video and it does a little something, something. All right. So, all right. Now we got this. We got AshRand. That will be a SEO moment for us for us, right? We want to change a couple of other things in here. I want to put in an image right here, Ash.
Okay.
And I want to go ahead and grab one of our images. I think I should be okay showing y'all a little bit of this stuff. So let's get rid of this one, and then we're gonna put in our own little logo. Let's see if I got one in already. I do not. So I gotta upload it. All right. So again, I want to, if you're in school, watch this. If you're in school
Hmm.
and you say, well, wait a minute, I'm in school, how can I benefit from this kind of stuff? Imagine you come into school and you're doing this kind of work for folks,
Hmm.
right? You're just like, bam, I got you. You need what? Yep, I'm your guy. Right. So I'm looking at logo-ish, logo size type stuff. This was 12 something. This one is there's that purple look. I kind of like that look
Yeah,
actually, but
that looks good.
it's 1280. So let's pop this one in because it gives us the thing that we want. And we're gonna just use this as our logo, everybody. So we're gonna go ahead and insert that, and then we're gonna size it up for you. Make it a little bit smaller. You see it's 580 now, so we're going to bring it down. So that bam. So now they go, oh, wow, here we go. So we got a logo. They come to the page. You come to the page and you see this. So we're going to be showing you how to build that inside the actual course or the membership. Um, and so now what we're going to do is we're going to grab this color. There's a couple of things I like to do to grab colors first. I should have did this first. Make it bigger so that I can see it. I got this little tool here. Everybody, we keep it on Chrome. And let's say remember we said we want the dot to be a different color. So Ash, what color you want the dot to be? Green, this bluish, or this purple?
Oh, I love that greenish purple,
This
honestly.
one
Or
right
that
here?
greenish one. Yeah. Hmm.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna clip that, everybody, if you notice. And I'm gonna make this small again. And then we're gonna just do like this. Boom. All right. We're gonna go in here and put that color in right there. Next color. Control V. Oops, did it wrong. I put in the actual. Oof. buddy, what are you doing? Just doing there. Again, you can't make a mistake. So I know I'm teaching this stuff. People are like, oh my gosh, I just lost it. So yes, you did. What just happened? You know? And then we just go ahead and put it in here as the hex code. Let's see if it does it for us. There it is. Well, it should give us a, oops. See what I did?
Mhm.
Darn it. Darn it. That's not what I wanted. Let's go out. Go. Give me my D back. There it is. It's like, where's my D? All right. And then we do it again. This is the fun thing about building this stuff, y'all, is when you come on, let's see what it's doing there. Ah, give me my okay. I know what I did wrong too. I should have just like got rid of, then add it. There we go. Boom. Save changes. All right. Now, this is our color. We got AshRand. You know what I mean? We could, do something else if we want to. But now we have the beginnings of what we're trying to do. And then I'm going to change out this stuff here. I'm going to change some of the wording. And then I'm going to give everybody a chance to come in and get that help. That is the key, right? So the landing page, for the most part, we got a couple things here. We might put an about us into the information, right? If I go into here, I can show you that it'll give us another opportunity. We're going to then maybe add a just a little bit down here. So in the meantime, I'm going to get rid of all this stuff right here because we don't need to say too much on this particular page. It's just an invite page. We'll change the background to kind of, represent, our branding and all that kind of stuff. But we don't have to think too much about it. We just got to get people in. They get a chance to say, oh, I see what this is, career solutions, business, career, business, life. Okay, that's what they're going to talk about. Boom. AshRand, another header information, some stuff here that gets you all fired up. A video that shows you a couple things, right? We're gonna I'll probably figure out how to make this scroll or whatever, make it bigger and all that. And then so you get a chance that this is what we're gonna be working on. Invite you in to do more stuff. And for the most part, everybody, that's kind of how we're building out this thing for you. Now,
Mhm.
Ashley and I, we're gonna come off the video, and then we're gonna talk about how we're going to find out where is the actual pain in the market. Is it resumes or is it more? We think it is because we see it every single day,
Mhm.
but we also know that there's some preparatory stuff that's necessary, that's needed. I mean, people don't know how to interview, so we may have some stuff in there on it, how to interview, how to win the job. When you get on the job, what to do in the first couple of weeks. So
Mhm.
we'll have a series of things that we'll be putting together for you. It's upcoming. Be on the lookout for it. And Ashley, what do you want to tell them before we jump off of this?
Just like I said, it's coming, guys, and I understand that it's hard out here, but we're here to help. So super excited.
That's it.